Welcome, Fogs and Fags, to the Punkery show live from the worst city in the world, Las Venturas. I'm gonna try to play this game at the same time as me talking here. I did that during the Officer 25 interview a long time ago, so if you hear my keyboard in the background, then try not to mind it. When I'm gonna let someone else speak, I might I might mute my microphone from the Yeti. And I don't know if when you mute a microphone it does this dumb snit with white noise or whatever. So we'll see what happens. And I may sound like an idiot right now, but it's pretty tough to think when you got two cars or two bikes on fire right in front of you. But anyway,
I can hear the little gears turning in your brain as you're trying to think what to say and play at the same time.
Well, it's true, but I'm gonna say to you, Kesh, alright, I'm sure...
Easy for you, Kesh.
I'm sure that I'll still drive better doing this multitasking than you do normally. Alright, so take that.
Listen, Lushan, listen, okay? I raced a bot yesterday, okay? For, I think, like 80k or something. And I won, you know? And I keep seeing these people on in the chat in text who keep losing to the bot, and I won. So you have no reason to call me bad driver, you know?
Wow, you won against a bot driving a cheetah. Nice.
Yeah! What? Like, a cheetah is the best car there is?
Fuck out of here, man. Like, all this normie Las Venturas snits, or normies, not even Las Venturas snit, normie snit of the cheetah and all of this snit, like, get him out of here with this cheetah bull snit. I can't press the button right now, but fucking out of here with that bull snit.
I'm not him. Listen.
Hit that ass band.
Hit that ass band, especially. But today, alright, we're gonna talk about Server 2. Alright, now Server 2, there's been this meme over the past couple months of people, bringing up the player count in both servers, and they always look at player 2's count to justify the idea that the server is dead. Alright, and while, like I said, the server is not what it was back then, as long as it's still breathing, got a pulse, and has a wrist, alright, it is not dead. And for the past 2 days, not today, but yesterday and the day before, I went on the server 2, probably like 35, 30, 25 players on, right? And I was playing cop, I think it was Monday, I went in, there was only one cop on, it was Stella Clark. Stella Clark was the only cop on, there was like 7 or 8 warrants on the city. So I was like, holy snit, I'm just gonna go around arresting people, And it was so peaceful, no fogs in your way, people have this misconception, there's a lot of PH snit in the chat. There wasn't really much of that, there was a lot of broken English, yeah. But Server 2, a lot of warrants, not a lot of assholery, you're not gonna get knocked off the road by a bunch of cops or whatever the hell it is, bad drivers. It's very peaceful and very tranquil, alright? And Server 2, if you're playing cop, that's the best place to test your skill, because usually when you're on Server 1, you're trying to chase after a warrant. And most of the time, cops are in your way more than warrants are. But, I'm the type of guy anyway who likes the peace and quiet. Sit back, relax, have some tea or some snits, have your snack. And
have some unsweetened tea.
Have some unsweetened tea, or tea with brown sugar. And just go around the city and have no care in the world, And this was confirmed yesterday when I went on LB at this time yesterday about. And there were 100
100 players.
100 players. You saw Vegano in the chat. the captain, other autists, and I'm looking down the list, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to server 2, bro. I'm going back to server 2.
This is all nice and dandy and stuff, how you're trying to picture this as like, oh, you have to test your skills, blah, 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 you know.
He
But
wasn't.
actually what you're trying to say, Rashawn, is that that's the only chance for you to get Cop of the Day. Being the only Cop on the server.
Well, here's the thing, alright? That's partially true, because there aren't enough people on the server to camp the PD in server 2, so you can actually get a legitimate cop that actually legitimately does something. You know, but mainly I'm trying to debunk this foggery that just because there's 25 people on the server means, there's no action, or, nothing going on, or that the server is dead. That's all hogwash bullshit, And if we're gonna have this mentality of, oh, look at server 2, there's only 20 players. Oh shit, there's only 20 players. I'm not gonna play. Then nobody's gonna play server 2. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't think this is gonna work here. But, yeah.
No. It's a bike only place.
Actually, like server 2 like that is actually good in some ways. Like, for example, you can do some missions that are a little bit harder to do on full server. I don't know, like some missions that probably no one does anyway, like
Like the vehicle
I don't know,
one?
yeah, vehicle one, or illegal immigrants, or what is that one, like to rob 5 stores in some certain time and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you'll never do that in server 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's just too many cops, to do 5 holdups in certain time. I mean, it's really hard to. So, server 2 has its own good valid
Yes.
points, I guess. I don't agree that we should take it down or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. See, I kind of thought about it. When Cullen Hat made that topic in the regular section about it, I was like, well, he may bring up a point or whatever. But then I just remembered on all the fags who are belly aching and snits about how server 2 has no players, and it's like, well, if it has no players, then why don't you go on it? Because, like, for the longest time, I didn't join server 2, and I kind of fed into this horse snits that, oh, it's only 25 players, this sucks, and all that, because back in the day, like, when it was in the evening, in like 2011, 2012, I'd rather join server 2, because, it was like 45 players, you can do snit in peace, whether it's mission or rob or, cop in peace, and it's pretty much the same thing now, just at a lower scale, because on Monday, like, non-stop I was going after ones. Like, there was really no dead air at all,
Yes.
But that might have been because there were like 2 cops, Shout out to Stella Clark, who, there was a bank robber, I think it was Monday, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. That place where you, rob the Temple Casino, then you go north into Red County, east of Dillamore. Stella Clark was camped out there with an FCR. The warrant, I think, inadvertently crashed into her and dragged her for like a half a kilometer, and she splat death. So, rip in peace.
Useful cop.
That is dead to Stella.
Wow.
Well, to be honest, she was probably more impactful than Tanner being cop on top of our car earlier, so.
Oh, yeah.
That you were gonna praise her, like taking down the entire city, but the letter on to being splat death.
Stella Clark, she's got a few kinks too. I just completely failed.
This guy even a skydive.
He didn't skydive. Wow, he didn't skydive.
Wow, this guy is really smart.
What a smart dude.
Shout out
He's
to
just-
Nabila, more like Nabila.
Nabila, yes. This guy
They went to
puts
the
it all
airport to check the prices.
on. Probably didn't have enough money. But yeah, you know, only problem is, you know, being in server 2 during this show is not very viable because, you know, you gotta have the numbers, gotta have the listener count and all this horse snit, you know?
What? 15 listeners.
Yeah, gotta get the quota of 15 listeners or else we lose money.
I haven't seen any money out of this show yet. I don't know. Where is it going, Rashawn? Is that how you're buying your Yetis and Popeyes every Friday? And I don't know what.
Going to DSP's bank account.
Pretzels?
Yeah, I've got access to DSP's bank account. He doesn't know it yet, by the way. So, you know, I'm pretty sure once he figures it out, I'm gonna, you know, get arrested and this show will cease to exist. But then again, this show, you know, is questionable anyway. Huh? Oh, snit, he's out of his, But yeah, you know, like I said, you know, server 2, people, hashtag join server 2. Alright, very simple, you know. If you wanna get away from all the, you know, fogs on the server. What? He's getting disabled.
Speaking about fogs.
He's getting disabled. He quit to avoid today already. He's getting disabled.
That never happens though. Playing with admins, people quit in front of you and no one gets disabled. Too lazy to disable anyone.
Exactly. Gotta love it. But yeah, you know, I'm sure tomorrow, when this show's not going on, I might, you know, check out server 2, or maybe tonight. Who knows? Maybe
You know
tonight.
what's the most relaxing thing ever is to be collecting pumpkins or gifts on server 2. Like, you literally avoid entire server because there's like 20 people as it is,
Yes.
and they're doing their own thing, and you're like up there in Los Santos Hills somewhere, like picking pumpkins, and it's super chill. So
Exactly. That I might actually do that during the Christmas update. Guessing if we do have Christmas, because you know, the Halloween update didn't come until October 31st, literally. So yeah, server 2 might come in, try to get some gifts, fuck up the economy. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to help the economy of San Fierro and just not get any presents in San Fierro, because you do know that tax credits fuck up the economy. So I think I'm gonna try to play LB as much as I can, because I need money in LB anyway. Actually, I don't. But
yeah, but only one person gets tax credits though.
what do you mean one person?
Like, I picked like 70% of tax credits per so
Ah,
they only go to me, so it doesn't really fuck the whole server. Apparently I'm too loud, is that true, Rashawn?
that could be possible. Could be possible. You see, when you're trying new things, you know what I mean. You lose sight of other things. So the ear rape might have actually.
Is that better now?
I turned you down, but yeah. So you know how you look at LB's economy right now. The Rashawn is too low. Chios isn't too low. Wow, really. So you know, I'll put the boost. I got booster. I just gotta change the dial.
The bass boost.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Voice changer, like
No,
testing.
voice changer? No, absolutely not. That's not me.
Voice changer.
No.
Apparently next week we're getting a voice changer when we're interviewing Tanner.
Tanner, yes. Tanner said, I think. Can I even say that? What was Tanner's excuse for not being on last time? Can I say that, or does he doesn't want to do it? Okay.
No.
What's so secret about that?
Well, you know, it's just. You know, maybe he'll say it next week, you know, but it's very personal to
Maybe
him. Very personal to him. All right, let's see here.
We respect privacy on this
Yeah,
show.
we respect privacy. No, not exams. No, it's something else. Also, Cash, didn't you want to bring up something about this guy, some guy, about quitting something?
Oh yeah, you know,
Oh, that
earlier,
dude.
Oh,
earlier you said something about CnR dying and
yes.
not being to play no more, blah blah blah. So this dude has decided after, I don't know, like 20 years playing it that he's gonna stop. So the breaking news actually is that Mr. Assassin, the best of them all, the best player, the best
player,
ex-admin, has quit all the CNR Discord channels, the radio Discord channel, pretty much like every channel there is. So he's gone. He's dead. There is no way to contact Assassin no more.
You know, I feel, before I get into it, you know, I feel like this is a publicity stunt to get more attention, you know, because he likes the attention.
Maybe.
Could be.
Is he like evangelist where he's like taking off steam and all that?
Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting, because he did put the peace sign in the CnR Discord at 1:10 a.m. last night, about 13 hours ago. But, you know, what I was
Oh
going to
my
say about
god,
that...
you're irritating me now, Rashawn. What is it that these fuckers tell you in the game? Like, you sounded completely normal. I don't know what cheap shit headsets they have.
Don't worry. Don't worry. But, so
You're
here...
too close to my ear now.
I am not too close. You're just too close because you have a headset on, and headsets are for assholes. But pretty much, you know, I was gonna answer the question with a question, saying that well, he's been going on like CnR is dead. You know, server 2 has 12 players. See, GTA San Andreas says I'm close to his ear too. Yeah, I guess I am too loud. But anyway, no, he called me a faggot. Wow. But you know, wow. But yeah, you know, when you say that, you know, all the time, server 2 is 12 players, and you know, who plays this shit anymore, and you know, all that. When you're not happy with the setting, when you're not happy with something going on, and you don't associate with it anymore, what do you do?
Be a miserable person.
Skydive.
That's what people do that's what people do in marriage. Listen, they are not happy. They don't like the setting. Yet they stay there like for another 30 years, you know, and just are miserable.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. But you know, some people stay. They you know, get mad and find any excuse to complain. But others, they actually... What the fuck? Cox.
How did he get yellow?
I don't know. I don't know how he got yellow. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Some Gary just happened. Lova, who's getting ballsy in chat right now.
Then he died to instant fix.
Yes, he's very ballsy in chat right now. He got his bribe. Then he blew up by a failed instafix, and he blew our car up. GG. Fucking great.
And
Nice
then,
job.
You got credit.
So, back to the topic of Assassin, right? Maybe he did go from one misery to another. Maybe he did got married. He's off to better things in his life. I don't know, you know.
Yes.
Maybe he finally got a pair of pants.
Yeah.
But I think he will forever remain to be written in CnR history with the golden letters of being the best ever dude.
I'll tell you right now, in about 18 days, he'll be back for the Christmas event, which probably will happen.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. What I was gonna say is, you know, some people, they'll be miserable and find any way to be miserable. But others will say, if you don't like what's going on, you're sick of it, and you're bitching all the time, then they just leave. Simple as that. Just leave. And that's
Is this the first time that he left? Actually, Assassin?
well, as far as I can figure, yes. Yes.
Really? It took him this long? I mean, he
That's what
was
I'm figuring.
unhappy with server for quite a while, I think. At least what I would assume from his. It seemed like he was really not enjoying the game, not enjoying the community, not enjoying anything.
Well, I think it's because Snit doesn't play anymore.
I actually think it's because GFTW doesn't play anymore. That's more realistic, like.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's
So GFTW, if you're listening to this, Rashawn really wants you back, and Assassin as well.
listen. No
She
comments.
once took your number.
You're a double D's are being greatly
No
missed
comments.
on this server.
No comments. No comment whatsoever. All right, I'm not gonna indulge in the setup right there. All right. But yeah, just very simply, if you're not happy with what's going on, and you allegedly, possibly have tried to rectify it, and it has not worked, well, you just
Well,
simply
see-
leave.
You quit. You come back on Friday night, and then you quit again, and you do the same.
Exactly. But
See, the most people would argue though that Chivo is miserable the most of the time. He's not having fun. He's angry. He is, I don't know. People think that. So, how come he doesn't quit?
Well, Chivo, see, playing games, is a good stress reliever. You know what I mean? And you can just sit back and enjoy yourself. But in the case of Chivo, he, after a tough day, I'm sure, he comes on, and he just wants to, fuck around with dumb 15-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Why does everybody ask? Why does everybody ask why Chivo, but not how's Chivo?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta ask how Chivo, how's he doing? All that,
Better yet, why is everyone saying his name and not my name?
Um,
People
You're
rage
not
more
so
about
old
him.
yet.
Because-
You're not-
because you don't get the Las Venturas congregation as upset as Chivo does. Pretty much,
Right.
yeah.
I did. I got the mad activate and fucking just do it.
Yeah, but yes, you did. But after you locked the topics. I don't know. I don't know. I just think if you, it's not only like activating just do it. You also have to disable them, ban them, accuse them of cheats, FPS mods and all this. That's what you gotta do as well, to
No,
get
it's
it on there.
listen. It's called external FPS adjusting software.
I got Lee the Titan mad at me, so that's one
That's
thing.
one. That's one. Yeah, you just gotta get the entire people against you. Yeah.
Actually, my theory is that
Cox.
Chivo has a really calm kid, so he doesn't have to be angry at home. So he comes on server and he does some parenting.
Yeah, I remember Sheepfucker's kid played a couple years ago, and I kind of questioned it because you don't want to have your kid be exposed to the sheer autism of the server because it can change people. Shout out to messed up Smiley's on the server right now.
Was her kid as old as the game or old?
I think yes, her kid is as old as the server. Yes.
Well, you passed. He passes and he can play the game.
Yeah,
He
I
can
know.
play the game if he's at least 10 years old.
I know at the time her kid was not a teenager. So, but it would be, if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't be comfortable with my 10-year-old son, or thereabouts, to play this server full of idiot influence,
When did you start playing this game, Rashawn? How old were you?
I was 14.
Were your parents okay?
My parents don't know. My parents
Yeah,
don't know.
That's the way you do it.
The game or the server?
The server.
What?
The server.
Listen, my parents don't know too, so shout out like to Chivo. At least he knows his kid's playing. Good parent right there.
Well, you're young.
Yeah, most parents don't even know, I guess.
I started this game at 19.
Yeah. So you're like 50 now.
But yeah, you know, oh fucking hell, oh fucking Night Blue XD. But yeah, I mean, I guess the difference is Sheepfucker let her kid play, whereas you know the unknown doesn't help you, or
No.
doesn't. Who's this? Cox.
Small Dickus and a mod.
Oh. I will not comment on player Q because
Bro, the fuck called small kickers. I mean, player Q on mod. That's funny as fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah. Lost in first place, I tell you. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, you
it
know.
was about Sheepfucker.
Yeah, about kids and you know, letting your kids play CNR. You know, I don't know how old Chilo's kid is, and don't say it. But if he is,
I didn't even want to ask that, but
yeah, exactly. If he is of age, he or she, excuse me, is of age to differentiate the stupidity from the fun, then you know, power to Chivo's, you know.
You know what's surprising though? Yesterday there was a
Oh, good.
dude on the server who kept
Sorry. Go ahead.
who kept joining under Chivo's name, like Chivo A, Chivo Al, Chivo X, Chiva, Chivo, blah blah blah, blah whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept getting kicked, but Chivo does not ban or kick Chivo's left nut. So what's all that about? Why does that dude?
Well-
Maybe that's his kid. Maybe that's his kid, and he does not ban him or her.
oh my god.
Mr. Kid just won birthday. Got a birthday. Happy
But,
birthday to him. I don't
I
care.
bet she was drunk when she allowed her kid to play. She was like, "Here, kiddo, here's some enjoy."
Listen,
Yes.
like I don't have anything against Sheepfucker or anything, but I will actually tell you how UK mothers are because I have some experience. So, my ex was from UK, whatever, and his mom actually told me that when he was little and he was crying, she gave him scotch to drink,
Oh
so
my
he would
God.
fall asleep and not cry anymore, and he was like 3 years old or whatever. So that's UK moms. I'm
Oh my
telling you.
god. Oh
It's,
no. Help. Oh no, that's not good.
Is that how GSP was born?
Yes, DSP, his dad gave him some cheap Polish beer, yes, when he was 4 years old. That's why he's a pig roach now. Nice parenting, I tell you. But yeah.
Yes.
Then again, you know, it may actually not be as bad as, you know, buying your kid a PS4 and giving them Call of Duty. Like, you know, aren't there
Yes.
more, you know, squeaker, toxic 11-year-olds on
Better
that?
games to play.
Yeah, you know. So it can't be as bad as playing CnR at 11 years old, you know.
If
People
your
got colored
childhood
red.
wasn't Pokemon Red or Blue, they didn't have a good childhood.
Yo,
Exactly.
listen, Rashkan. You have 2 other cops working with you, me and everything, yet Old Man Chiva's cop of the day. What do you have to
Well-
say about that?
I don't really count. It's just you two. 'Cause I have to like make sure I don't get knocked off the car.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is about that, I don't know if there's a higher chance of getting cop of the day while, you know, sharing takedowns.
Oh,
But
I don't think so.
yeah, unless you're like, how Rack Rat and Borld used to play. Borld will take every single arrest, in which case it's one-sided. But
That's how it is playing with you, Rashawn. You're the worst white knight ever. Like, you don't let me take any arrest, nothing. It's boring playing with. Like, the only thing I can do is shoot.
that's wrong. All right, you take about 30% of the arrests, and there are times where I give you arrest opportunities and you don't take it. So what else am I supposed to do? You know. If we actually find warrants this time, like, I'm preoccupied, so you can easily get all of them. But you know, that's all I can say.
See the warrants to get them.
Yeah, exactly. You got to see the warrants to get them.
Like this alleged asshole.
Yeah, what a punk. Speaking of punk, we haven't talked about soccer for a long time, mainly because, as an American like me, I only pay attention to soccer during the World Cup, and then after that, it's, dead is dead. Oh, fucking hell, man. But what's his name? What's his first name, Kesh? Modric, the Modric guy.
Luka
Modric. He won what now? Soccer Player of the Year, or something?
He won the Golden Ball.
Oh, the Golden Ball. Is that Soccer Player of the Year?
Ballon d'Or or something it's called. Yeah, it's pretty much the best football player in the world. Which is a little bit weird competition because weird people win it. I mean, every year there's a little bit of controversy going on about who's winning it, because some people think Messi should win, some people think Ronaldo should win. This year I think it was more between Ronaldo and Modric. Like, they pretty much, like, club-wise, they both won the same because they played for the same club. They played for Real Madrid, so they won Champions League, and like several other trophies. But Modric did considerably better at the Euro Cup at the World Cup, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. At the World Cup, they got second in the finals, and Portugal didn't do so well. So I guess that was the reasoning why Modric got it, which is weird because usually it was between Ronaldo and Messi, and now all the fans of Ronaldo are arguing that Ronaldo should get it. I don't really know. I mean, it's always hard to decide, because obviously a lot of people have favorites and think this player should win. The kind of like the judging system on it's a little bit weird too, because you literally get a word for player of the year, Some people say that awards from the club should not count because you could have some guy who's like genius player, but just because he doesn't play for Real Madrid or Barcelona or some good club, he'll never win it, because he doesn't get trophies with his club.
Sucks.
So I'm more on that side of the people that think that trophies should not count, It should be just the individual skill of the player. But then it almost seems like one year it's more about club trophies, the other year is more about individual skill. It's pretty much like it just gets adjusted as people see fit or whatever, kind of like CnR. But I think the biggest controversy this year was actually that, I don't know how much you read about it, but so about this award, it's kind of made like that the journalists from all over the world who are like football journalists get to vote for, like, I think they get to vote for 5 people. They can choose to vote for 5 people, or can they just vote for 1? But what happened is that some dudes like from, I don't know, Africa or something, voted for Modric, and later it got like found out or discovered they don't even exist. Those people don't exist, It would be weird enough if once upon a time they were journalists and they stopped with that work. But few on that list were the journalists who did not exist. Like their ID, that person did not exist. The newspaper that was said to be the company they work for ceased to exist like 7 or 8 years ago. So, that's a little bit weird. I mean, if you have such a organization as FIFA, that's like a huge organization, do a award once a year and you have those sort of things going wrong. I don't know. It's a little bit like, wait, who does that remind me of? Oh, Christy Edge and the CnR Awards,
No.
right?
Help. Yes, a little bit. Awards, first of all, that just shows how much soccer is corrupt. And Elementalist, I'll get to in a bit, but it just shows that soccer is corrupt and all that snits. To have phantom votes from people who don't exist feels good. That feels really good. But I was going to say, as this guy's up Mount Chiliad again, for God's sakes. But, it's pretty similar in America. Oh shit, he's got the sniper out already. And he's hitting every shot. What a fucking asshole, man.
He's good.
He's hitting every single shot, bro. I can't even see him. Where is he? Anyway, so I have to fix my vehicle. But awards are meaning less and less in American sports as well, as far as like most valuable player and all this snit. Because in the NBA, for example, you got LeBron. LeBron is the best player, been the best player for quite a while. But he's only won like a handful of MVPs, and that's mainly because maybe the press doesn't like LeBron or snit like that. But he's clearly the player where if you take him off of that team, then the team turns to snit. All right, and awards have kind of turned into how about we do something else for a change?
Yes.
Instead of giving it to clearly the obvious best player of whatever. Oh, what a nice one. The best player of whatever. We give it to a guy who is kind of deserving as well, but is still good enough to the point to justify him getting the award.
Yes.
And I don't know if Modric was a byproduct of this or not. Because when I heard his name, I was like, nice. He's the guy for Croatia. He's the guy. Is it really him? Yes. Am I gonna fall in the water here?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Nothing new with you, though, Sean. Nothing new with you.
No. But basically, I heard Modric's name and I was like, is this the guy? Is it really him? Yes, he's the guy that played on Croatia.
The thing is, though, that like Croatia getting to top 2 is something exceptional. It does not happen. Like it did not happen a long time. I think World Cup '98 was the last time they got like top 3 with Croatia. So like it does not happen. It happens every 20 years, whatever, if that. So yeah, that was pretty special. But when it comes to like club trophies, obviously they played for the same club, and of course, Ronaldo is always gonna be in the forefront of the club since he's like the main scorer and stuff like that. But midfielders also do a lot of work, and they're just being over, like people don't even see them, their work, whatever they put in. They obviously it's the easiest to see the score. So you have different sorts of people, There's people that could argue, yeah, Ronaldo scored more, he was more impactful, blah, 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 And they could argue, well, there were other midfielders as well, and, they just have just as much impact as Modric. But other people, like, say Modric is super good, So, I mean, I think FIFA was kind of trying to do the same thing as you said earlier with NBA. I think to people it kind of got boring that it was always either Messi or Ronaldo getting it, like for the past 7-8 years probably, or more. So they probably thought, well, let's just give it to a dude that, you know, is a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. I guess. I mean, in the NBA, it's kind of silly. I guess that was what was kind of the discontent on the forums. I guess people were trying to say, oh, well, you know, Ronaldo and or Messi had better stats or numbers or whatever. But I guess just like in soccer, you know, there are people that do things. They do the little things, right? That you don't see on the stat sheet. And
Yes.
that's a very important thing, you know. So if Modric was big on that end, then
It's kind of like actually like Christian and Skimmer. Like no one knows that Skimmer did voting and he did so much. He did pretty much all the CnR awards, but Christian took the, you know, the glory or whatever you want to call it.
he outsourced a Sam member to you know, all that. Speaking of mug, though, wait a minute.
This dude is hacking, I'm telling you. He's hitting like every shot, and he's the same
may
dude
be.
as.
He
It's
may
the same
be.
dude that it was earlier, like hitting every shot from under angles.
He may be cheating. He may be.
65 score. Yeah, my ass.
Cox. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, exactly. Where'd he even go? I had no idea where he went. Is he off the mountain?
Still not chill, yeah.
He's trolling you too, Rashawn. The score 65 players trolling you.
Well, I mean, basically every Warrants in CnR these days, they troll. You know, that's all they do. They troll. They, you know,
It's just these armored tires with bikes. Like, bikes are the biggest source of troll on every map. Like, I don't remember back in like Shot, for example, that you would have people who would purposely troll with bikes and do stunts. Even if like there was like Shot, you would not last that long. Like people would hit, like cops would hit shot on you for sure, and there were like also cop tanks and stuff. But now you have like people that purposely buy just armor for the vehicle and armor tires, and you know they can troll all day long with the stunts and everything.
They're unstoppable, you know. Just like I said, you know, back in my day, people didn't do all this horse bullshit. See, look at this horse snit, man. Look at this horse snit.
He's hitting everything.
He's hitting
like,
every shot. What a cocksucker. You know?
This guy should play CSGO, I'm telling you.
Oh, they got him! They got him. Nice job. Energy 500 with the arrest right there. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. But yeah, you know, bike warrants today to back then, you know. Back then it was just trying very hard not to get your tire knocked out. But now that you have no chance of that happening, pretty much unless you have a passenger shooter,
yes.
You can just be elusive, because, you know, when you're being elusive and doing all these gay-ass stunts and all that, you have to stop, you gotta size it up, you gotta go into the small hole with the bike. But if you did that during lagged shot, or before vehicle armored tires, then you just get your tire shot out, you know? So,
But I don't really understand the trollers on bikes either. I mean, yeah, you're showing off your muscles. Look at me, I can go in a hole. Like, I can go in a spot you cannot go. Yeah, well, no shit. You're on a bike. Of course you can, like, jump on things and go in little gaps, you know? What's point of showing your muscles is all about that, you know? I don't get it. Yeah, troll me in the car, you know? That's a different story. Have a cheetah troll another guy in Cheetah, you know, a cop, single cop or something.
That one Warren LS a few hours ago, his name was I Run Better You.
Something like that, yeah.
That guy is very good. If it wasn't for me getting on the same bike to take, he would have drove around the map all week.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the worst to see. Also, Elementalist, I forgot that he asked a question. He asked me like 25 minutes ago if I play League of Lemons.
Yes, obviously.
Well-
I mean, you put the reference on it.
I don't know about
Like,
League of Legends, but he played CSGO yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, by the way, for those that do not know, Rashawn managed to hit the low of his life. He had 115 score on CS.
Well, I mean, what can I say, you know? What can I say? I had
Might as
one
well
kill.
just played Dust 2, but, you know, you played Mirage.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
blame Shoddy, you know? Yeah. But yeah, Elementalist. League of Lemons actually makes me very, mad, kinda. Because, here's the thing about, being patient and having an attention span, right? So, back in the day of League of Lemons, you know what I mean? It's the type of game, almost like Fort Gay, before Fort Gay, where, you do so much good snit in the game, and then you get all these items, and you feel strong and shit, and then once the game ends, you gotta start a new one. That's pretty much what Fort Gay is. But League of Lemons, right? They did this thing, like they tried to adjust the game so that asshats who have no attention span, they get called by their moms during the game, and they have to leave, and all this snits. They don't want to play a game more than 25 minutes. So the game, they changed the game to, try to shorten the game time. But I liked when the games were longer because it was more intense. A lot of suspense, a lot of, all this other stuff. But now, before, when you start the game, you look around, so the game's over. And it's like, this is not what I used to think. Someone took my number.
I'm disappointed by your Rashawn, though.
What?
Because, like, this thing that you put in the last video, right?
Yeah.
Was it CnR News, I believe?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you did, like, I don't know, single kill, double kill, triple kill, right?
Yeah.
That's a bullshit. Do you know where
Yeah.
does original come from? And the better one, too.
What,
From
Dota 2?
Quake.
Or Dota?
No,
Oh,
Quake.
Quake? Oh.
Yeah, and it has better one too. Like the girl goes like orgasmic, like seriously, like it's past 5 or something. You should play Quake sometime. It's really good game. And yeah, the original like double kill, triple kill, stuff like that. That comes from Quake actually.
Yeah.
League of Lemons just stole it, very much.
Well, I mean, games developers steal off other developers all the time, you know what I mean? But yes, it's even better when you play those TF2 servers and you hear double kill, triple kill, dominating, and all that.
Dominating. That's
It's-
so cool. Because like when you play a CS joke, whatever you call it, right? And if you're good, like you have dominating all the time. It's so empowering.
Yeah, even when you're dead, like you hear that, even when you're dead in the the death screen in TF2 especially, you hear all that. It sounds really good. In fact, I should probably. It makes me want to play TF2 now, actually.
Why
But,
TF2? Shitty game.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you see though? Speaking of like, Rashawn, that we might get banned for speaking about other games because the other day I don't know who it was actually, but some guy talked something about CS:GO, and Nigel came out of nowhere. Did you see that? Nigel,
Yes.
the admin,
Yes.
came out of nowhere and like gave ton of shits to that guy. Do you see in what channel you are? You are in CnR channel. We don't talk about other games here. I'm
Oh, the
like,
code shadow, yeah.
what? What?
Well, Nigel is he's scratching his back. You know what I mean? He's trolling. He's that type of guy. You know, he's that guy.
He's a hot shit Floridian.
Exactly. And he's from Florida too, so.
You know, when you have
That's what Floridian is, dude.
when you have CnR Discord filled with Tekashi songs and Tekashi shit here, Tekashi shit there, like I don't mind talking about other games much better than that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, it was Code Shadow, and Code Shadow was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that this was. We couldn't talk about anything else here." That I kind of felt bad for the dude, cause you know Code Shadow, he's a cool dude and all of that.
Speaking of, the thing was actually about CS:GO became free to play. For those that do not know that, it became free to play, and it has a battle royale mode. So, have you tried it, Prashant? What do you think about it?
I've
You
not.
didn't?
War Owl.
I've seen the War Owl. Yeah, I've seen the War Owl play it.
I think that's good enough.
Why every newbie watches War Owl? I mean, he's okay to watch like till you're silver
He's
3,
to
but
go CS:GO guy.
it's not.
Listen,
He's a go-to for CS:GO news.
exactly.
No.
Map is
Yes.
bugged.
He's a go-to for CS joke information. You know.
No, he's not.
do you-
He's bad. There's skills.
Who else would I watch? Two clips, Philip.
I will send you their channel.
Oh fuck yeah.
But
What is it?
War Owl,
Anomaly?
like,
Fuck that
listen,
Please don't.
War Owl is American, so that immediately
God.
disqualifies him as a good CS:GO player. So,
Listen,
you know,
if War Owl was younger, he'd be a pro player. Alright.
I don't think so.
I don't know how old
don't
he
think
is,
so.
but he keeps saying that
Listen.
he can't be a pro player because he's too old. I don't believe that.
That's bullshit though. Like you had
Probably like
Paz,
29.
for example.
Yeah.
I don't know, like for those that know CSGO, no, there's a Polish team called Virtus Pro, and they have Pasha, who is really good. Like he's streamer sometimes, and they had Taz, and I believe Taz was like 34 or 35 years old. So that's bullshit, you know, that is just bullshit. The thing is though that Warhol is just not good enough. He's like, I think he's like legendary ego or something in America, which actually means that he's probably DMG in Europe.
Oh my god.
Because like ranks in US are so bad that I don't know, you might as well have wooden 1, wooden 2.
Yo, y'all Europe elitists, man, I tell you. Y'all Europe elitists. How did he fix his car? It was like 109. Oh shit. But yeah, you know, I've not played Danger Zone yet. No. I feel like I'll play it, I'll die first, and then I'll just get annoyed. So, Riven Feast Mr. Kid. But yeah, I'll just get annoyed. I don't like how it's just 16 players, but the map is small, I guess, so I could really
Play by yourself, it's 18 players.
Oh, well, but still.
But
I mean,
it's still
it's good that map is small because it has CSGO mechanics, you know, so it has recoil and shooting and stuff like that. So how do you imagine shooting with such large recoil as CSGO has, like, over the map, you know? It would not happen. So.
I guess you're right. Who? What the fuck? He just came out of nowhere.
This game really goes asshole.
What? Did you see that? He came out of the guy's asshole. Corky, I
Nice.
tell you. That's a DSPism right there.
Even if it's like CS:GO gameplay, it's still fucking like survival of the fittest, battle royale,
Battle Royal.
royal,
Battle Royal, yes.
royal. It's still. I mean, props to them, like calling everyone where everyone is, but
Yeah.
it's still shit.
Yep. It's and Fort Gay has toxified. Is that even the word? Has toxified all, you know, games. Cause now CS Joke is a Battle Royale gay. Call of Duty has Battle Royal now. I mean, this. I don't know. I don't know where we're going, you know.
I think actually like XXX said now Battle Royale, which I do actually think they're like in UK they had a burger which was called Royale or something. I don't know if it was Cheese Royale or something. But now they have like it renamed itself to quarter pounder or something like that. Someone that's from UK can confirm or deny. But it's pretty much like quarter pounder because it has like a quarter of a pound of meat in it.
Oh. Well, I mean that. Oh, I thought the entire sandwich was a quarter pounder.
That's actually more meat on the burger than you have it for sure.
Listen, alright, fuck you. Alright, fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say, fuck you. Fuck you.
Wasn't there like a news article about McDonald's selling quarter pounders and like Americans thought that was like misconception, so they canceled the burger? Something like that.
I thought I heard something like that, but they still kept with it, didn't they? You can still get a quarter pounder. I wouldn't get one because it has cheese in it, but you know, still. But yeah, you know, I was gonna say something about the Battle Royal thing again, but I forgot what it was. No.
I think it was like a like a third of a burger, and people thought that was less than a quarter. And that's why they canceled the burger.
That makes. I think I might have heard something like that. Basically, what they came out with a third pounder, like a 1/3 pounder, and people thought
like a Whopper.
Yeah,
they
thought
US,
a third
they
was
probably
less than
were.
a quarter.
They thought they were getting less out of their money, so McDonald's or Wendy's or someone, whoever did that, they took the burger off the menu.
Oh my god.
Nice math. Quick maths.
Quick maths, yes.
But you know what's my favorite thing from I mean, I go like to McDonald's like twice a year, maybe, if that. But I don't know if you know that, but like in Slovenia, students get student vouchers, right? So like you get free meal, like anywhere you go, you can go to restaurant, you can go to McDonald's, you can go to whatever, you know, you get a free meal once a day.
Yes.
So I could go like to McDonald's and get everything free.
You get free internet too, actually.
Damn. So when I was in Ljubljana, like in our capital, I did go like a few times, and I remember I went in the winter time, and you know what my favorite thing was? There's like they have really good thing, like it's a like little stick shaped thing.
Little stick.
Yeah, and it's like
Guide by Cash, little sticky stick thing.
And it's a pie, like I think it's apple pie, but it comes like warm, and in winter it's super good. It has like a lot of cinnamon on it, and I really love cinnamon in winter. And it was so good. I don't know, do you have this in America?
I don't know. I don't.
Well, here in America we have lots of fat, so
I don't
know which one it was, but one of them had like a dessert pie. Chocolate pie?
Oh, it's like either apple pie or I think it's...
Wait, everyone,
maybe?
they all have apple pies. So that's the usual, but...
But yeah, it's kind of interesting how people think like McDonald's is completely the same everywhere around the world, but it's really not, because I know like in Asia they have completely different menus and stuff like that. So...
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't eaten McDonald's in quite a long time.
I think you should try French McDonald's, Rashawn.
I ate it today. I don't like their sandwiches.
I mean, the only thing that I got from McDonald's really was McChickens, and two things ruined that for me.
McNuggets arms.
No.
Rashawn has McNuggets arms.
No, alright, that's not what I was talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Number one was, Zentar seems to like McChickens, and every time somebody brought up McDonald's, it would always be about McChicken. So that ruined it First
So
of all,
you would sit at McDonald's there and you would think about Xanter? Oh.
no, oh,
Oh.
no. Okay,
Okay,
no,
calm down.
no. All right.
Listen, I will
Cleanse.
Okay,
you need cleanse from Mr. Teaks.
what is the second thing that ruined it? And then I will ruin everyone's experience in McDonald's by telling you what I do.
Well, the second thing was a few years ago, somebody gave attention to some video of a guy using a McChicken in bad ways.
Oh no. Oh,
If you know what I mean,
fucking
yes.
Americans.
He did things with a McChicken. So I think at that.
We're talking about FPS Russia.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
Okay, I don't think I can ruin it, but you know what I do in McDonald's sometimes? I mean, I used to if no one would be watching. So, like, in this menu that you get for student, like, voucher, you get, like, a salad, burger, chips, drink, and ice cream, right? So, when no one is watching, I dip chips into ice cream, and I eat it.
That is terrible.
You're starting up the...
That's terrible.
Listen, the ice cream is like caramel ice cream, right? And you dip your chips into the caramel and you just eat it with the chips.
You lead up to something. You lead this joke up to something bad, like you masturbate in the bathroom. And then you say chips and ice cream.
Yo, that's apparently a crime.
It's not that bad. It's like fucking.
I'll try to do it. The chicken.
It's like ketchup on macaroni and cheese. It's nasty, but you ain't gonna do it.
What?
Well, yeah, shit, cocks. Okay. But here's the thing, yeah, Kesh, you didn't ruin it because, there's nothing worse than doing illicit things with McChicken, you know what I mean? So, yeah, after that, I just thought, I'm not gonna eat McDonald's anymore, plus, it is perceived to be unhealthy anyway, so why do I bother, I can get, if I want fast food, I can get Wendy's or, Popeyes or some snack, you know what I mean? Something better. Something a bit more revered,
Salty pretzels to have a...
Or salty pretzels, yes.
Your salt
Wendy's
levels up
has
for
the
the week.
best burgers.
Yeah, they do. They have,
Yo,
really
I'm
good
not
burgers.
saying that just because of that Twitter meme. It's because of Wendy's Twitter. No, I've actually...
Yeah, they do. They really do. They really do.
I don't have bullets anymore, So
Well, no
have
problem.
to leg pit those
No
two.
problem.
No
Cyber...
problem, I'll use a minigun.
Cyber has
so-
no idea how to drive a Banshee anyway, so I'll get him,
Oh, when you were eating McNuggets next time, you were thinking of, oh my god, what I could do to it, and just never thought of it. Was that your thing?
McNuggets?
Oh, whatever, McChicken or whatever.
McChicken? Well, I was like, maybe it reminded me of the illicit situation. So, but here's the thing, like McChickens, like I don't know if it was before or after. Pretty sure it was before as well. Like when I finished eating them, they just made me nauseous, So, and I don't get nauseous when I eat stuff. So, yeah. After that, I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna fuck with McChickens anymore. So there it is. There it is.
I got nauseous the same day I playing Las Venturas, and when I was making the ravioli, the sauce I put on it smelled like shit, but it wasn't expired. So I was like, what is this? It's because I'm playing server 1 with 200 players online.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was, but I got nauseous then.
Or 100
Nice.
fags. That's close enough. Well, I guess we'll end the show once I can get messed up Smiley, but this will be very difficult because he's in a faster car.
This will be in 5 hours then.
Yeah, you know, Cyber apparently has learned how to drive a Banshee. You know, yeah. If messed up Smiley could tell Cyber to slow down and stop, maybe we can end the show quicker. Until then, you know, we might have to continue Cox talking about fast food, you know, which is an American staple. You know, but yeah, you know, it's very luxurious, you know, for all the Americans talking out there, you know, to be able to eat anything you want and just never gain weight whatsoever.
That's because you know, if I would be mean, I could say that's because you. Never mind. No, I will not say it. That's retarded.
Excuse me?
As I was saying, the only good thing for McDonald's is the hash brown.
Maybe. Hash browns, maybe.
I think we need to end the show. You just arrested Mr.
Yes,
Smiley.
we got messed up Smiley. He got taken down. Lost into his jail. But
Just
yeah.
go into your fridge as well. Stick it on the fridge that you arrested Mr. Smiley.
Well, Bega got the technical arrest, so I don't think so. But you know, you'll stay on my fridge, Cash. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the Punkery show next week Thursday, I guess. Tanner,
You're on his fridge in this garage.
Gonna cut that out of the video, but we'll see you next time for Kesh and Vega. This is Rashawn, That's Dead, and Elementalist. League of Lemons is not any good anymore. Peace.